Hello there! This video will provide you with some guidelines about Mingle. For example, we will see how to log in for the first time. We will see how to change your password. We'll learn how to manage a user story using the Sprint Planning and the SprintBoard tabs. We'll know how to set a filter to have access to past or future sprints. And we will also see the product backlog. This is Mingle initial page. To log in for the first time, you will access the Forgotten Your Password link. In this page, you will input your FIU username and you will click on Recover Password. Then, you'll follow the directions provided on the email. Once you log in for the first time, you will find your project listed here. This is Mingle Overview tab, where you will find a burn-up chart detailing the progress of the project. We can also see the product backlog. As you can see, you can find nothing there, but if you go to Filters and Views, you can set the filters to have access to all the tasks. This is the sprint planning board. Here you will find the release number and the sprint you're currently at. Sometimes you will have to set the filter so you have access to the most recent sprint. To add a user story, you just click on top of the blue plus sign and you provide a title, a description, and the acceptance criteria. The title for the user story will start with a verb and it will provide a brief description of what you want to achieve. For the description part, we follow a rule. We find a role, we find what must be done and why it must be done. The acceptance criteria are the conditions that the software must satisfy to be accepted by the user. Notice that a user story can be given status, a priority, a points, in hour times. We will go later over the points for the user story. Then you can set the owner. Usually it is ourselves. On the SprintBoard tab, you will set the tasks to complete your user story. Tasks are used to break down user stories. They represent the smallest unit in a Scrum to track work. Tasks are created similarly to the user stories. First, you add the user story as a row by clicking on this plus sign. Notice that if you type the title of your user story, this will appear as an option. Scroll down the page to find it. Adding a task is very simple. Click on this plus icon and start by giving it a title and a description. You can also do a checklist for the task. Recall that you also have to state the status of the task, the priority, the owner, and the points in hours. This is the total amount of hours that this task will consume. The total hours for the tasks will represent the total amount of points for their corresponding user story. After creating all tasks, you will need to save your work. Click on the Save button to reflect the structural changes made on the SprintBoard. The row for your user story will be there the next time you'll visit this tab. In the case that these buttons, Save, Reset, appears and you have not made any structural changes, click on the Reset button instead, for it might be possible that a team member has been working on the SprintBoard. After you click on the Reset button, their work will show up. Understand that if two people are working at the same time on the SprintBoard, only the last one who clicks Save will be able to save his or her work, and the work of the other person will be completely lost.